Join us as we dive into the world of comic collecting and try to predict what's going to happen, what's going to be hot, and what we're going to be doing in 2025. Comic collecting has never been more popular, and 2025 is shaping up to be a game changer. From casual readers to serious investors, everyone's getting in on the action. As the cultural significance of comics continues to grow, the market's becoming more lucrative than ever. But with great opportunity comes great challenge, and collectors are facing some tough hurdles in 2025.
Counterfeit issues have always been a problem, but they're getting more sophisticated these days, so it's getting harder to tell what's real and what's not, and that's leaving a lot of collectors feeling a bit uneasy. So then there's an issue of market saturation with so many new titles and series popping up. It's getting tougher to find those rare gem comics, and let's not forget about the sheer volume of comics being printed. It's making it harder to determine what's really rare and what's just mass-produced. Collectors need to be more vigilant than ever when it comes to verifying authenticity and doing their research.
The best way to verify authenticity is to buy from someone you trust. Go to a vendor that you know that you've bought from before. They're not going to rip you off. If you're going to buy online, is probably the most dangerous place to buy. Buy from someone you know. Have comic in hand, and the person that's not going to cheat you because they're at the same place everywhere, local comic shop, local vendor at a comic convention. Market fluctuations are another major concern. With the rise of speculation, prices are all over the place. One day a comic is worth a fortune, the next it's barely worth the paper it's printed on. Speculation is not good. It's making it tougher for collectors to know when to buy and when to sell. I don't have that problem because I never sell. Add to that the fact that grading companies are getting more and more backlogged. Everyone's grading because there's a lot of people speculating. And it's a perfect storm for uncertainty. Lastly, there's the issue of storage, the biggest issue I have. As collections grow, so does the need for secure and climate-controlled spaces to keep those precious comics safe. I keep mine in my basement. I have a whole bunch of things in place that keeps it cool down here, keeps it dry down here. So my comics are in good shape down here, but I'm running out of room. So if you're a comic collector like me, you face the problem with space at some point in your collecting history.
Would you ever read comics online?
No, I would never read comics online. I like them in hand, so I don't read them online. I've often thought about how it must be so easy to collect stamps because you never run out of room when you have stamps or coins. They're so small. Comic books take up too much space, and then toys even more space. What do guys do to collect, footballs? Where do they put them?
But despite these challenges, the world of comic collecting is more exciting now than ever. One of the most significant trends, as we just mentioned, is digital comics. More and more what?
I don't like digital comics.
Oh, I was like, why are you shaking your head at me?
I don't like digital comics. Go ahead, keep.
More and more collectors are turning to the digital platform to buy, sell, and trade comics. It's making the market more accessible than ever and opening up new opportunities for collectors who may not have had the chance to get involved before.
Let us know what you think about digital comics. I am fully against it. I don't like digital comics. I like print media. I like having it in my hand. But if you've been watching us long enough, you know Brian likes digital. He reads his Marvel and DC monthlies on his iPad. I won't do that.
I also prefer physical, but I prefer physical with books as well. I'll listen to audiobooks, but I wouldn't want to use a Kindle. Right. There's something about having a physical copy. However, I did read most of the Invincible series digital.
There you go.
Because
it's a way to save money, but at some point you're going to be able to buy and sell these like NFTs. They'll have NFT variants is my guess at some point, a way to make more money for the comic book company. It's just a matter of time. So on that note, new collectible formats are also popping up left and right. From exclusive variant covers to high-end art pieces, there are more ways than ever to collect and appreciate comic books. And let's not forget about the impact of social media on collectors' communities. That's what we are. We're a social media collectors community. Online forums and groups are springing up, just like us at Collectors Confessions, everywhere, giving collectors a chance to connect, share, and learn from each other. I hope that that's why you're here with us, that you wanted to be part of a collecting community Collectors Confessions is the place for you. Share it with your friends. Maybe they will join too.
I do have to say, it is making me think about how... What?
What?
Well, when we talk about digital...
Yeah.
For us, we are so lucky to be in New York area, because we're also so close to New Jersey.
Right.
And we have, like... I don't want to say infinite amount of comic shops, but there are so many options and there are so many places we can go to, whereas people who live in maybe smaller towns, less populated areas,
maybe digital's their only way.
It would be harder for them to collect comics. I'm just starting to think of that.
We'd love to hear from you on your opinion on digital versus print media. Maybe some of you don't have the ability to go to the comic shop and buy your comics every week or go to conventions. We have tons of conventions here every weekend, so we are fortunate in where we are.
Yeah. But anyway, in terms of what's hot right now, there are a few comics that are really standing out from the crowd. The first one that comes to mind is the 2022 convention exclusive Spider-Man variant. It's currently selling for upwards of $1,000. Another hot ticket item is the first appearance of the new Batman, which is going for around $500. And if you're looking for something a little more rare, the 1986 first edition of Watchmen is going for a whopping $10,000.
And if you really have money to spend, Action Comics #1, First Appearance of Superman sells for about, $1.2 million. So if you have money, that's, and you want to spend it on comics. I'm still looking for that Fantastic Four #1, which is going to be a tough one.
I think you got to find it with like the cover missing.
We're going to find it. We're going to find it one day. We're going to hit it big on YouTube, and we're going to pay for it with YouTube money. So what does it all mean for comic collectors in 2025? In a nutshell, it means being more discerning than ever when it comes to what you collect and staying on top of market trends. It means being vigilant about counterfeit issues and taking the time to verify authenticity. And most importantly, it means being part of a community that's passionate, dedicated, and always looking to the future. Collectors Confessions is that community for you.
And in my opinion, which I would say a lot of people have seen this, is that with new movies comes a price change in comic books. So as we have said, DC we have not really seen in dollar bins. I do think Superman is going to get bigger again, and I think Superman, the new movie, is going to be the biggest superhero movie of the year. I honestly don't even know what other... I know Marvel is coming out with stuff, but
there's a bunch of stuff coming out.
What movie? Oh, Captain America: Brave New World.
That's right.
Should be coming out. Is that the first one of 2025?
I believe so. Yes.
Coming out?
But again, with the new Superman, how much more can Action Comics go for? Really, it's at 1.2 million right now. It maybe go up a little more. But the other characters in the movie, Guy Gardner, Mr. Terrific, their first appearances will probably go up.
Yeah, I think they'll go up. And I wonder how some of the characters from Creatures Commandos, if those comics have gone up. If anyone hasn't watched that show, you should watch it. It's a really great DC show.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us in this deep dive into the world of comic book collecting. If you got thoughts on what's hot and what's not in 2025, please drop a comment, share this with a friend, subscribe if you're not subscribing, and love what you collect.
Collect what you love.
We'll see you next time at the comic shop, buying comics.